Welcome to Intro to SPSS. SPSS is a large statistical program that can be used in kinesiology, social sciences, natural sciences, or and actually in the business world too. It is a very large program which eliminates the use of the various formulas necessary. SPSS is called the Statistical Program for Social Sciences. But there are others, such as Excel, Minitab, or SAS, which can do the same process. They are statistical programs which run data, which is entered by an individual. SPSS, again, is a very large program. You can run data analysis, you can run statistical analysis, you can run all different kinds of various, from simple statistical functions to very, very complex. When you come in the classroom, how to open up SPSS is in Windows, which is what we use. You click Start, that's in the left-hand corner, and you click a file called IBM, and then you click a file that's called SPSS21 in the IBM file. This box that comes up is what opens when you start SPSS. It generally will look like this. It may have some different variations. I have 20, there's 21, there might be some different nuances. But I want to kind of go over the box just for a second so you understand what you're looking at. You can always widen out any box in here to see more data. There are tons of things on here, such as open existing data source, open up a different type of file. This is the point where I'm going to tell you there's two different kinds of files, and one of them is right here. On the top, the data source, you are always marked by a .sav. Now if I want to open up a different kind of file, which is an output file, this being a data set file, this being an output file, it's going to have a .spv after it. This is very important to remember. So let's do this. I'm going to open up some data. So I'm going to open up a data source, intro save. I'm going to hit OK. And then this output box will come up, and you'll see it's going to get the file. And then I have no idea why it's doing this, but we're going to make this large. And there's our data. At this point, you'll see that there's already data put in there. Sometimes there'll be no data and you'll have to put it in, and sometimes there'll be data in there. You can see there are two separate views. Okay? If you go to the bottom here, data view is where you'll put the data. It looks almost like an Excel sheet. Here are your labels at the top. Here are the data. Each one of these is a participant. Going down. So this is the age for participant 1. This 17 right here. Gender, race, primary position, class, and then you see Q1, Q2, and Q3. These are the questions that were asked. We go to the variable view, and the variable view is we will set up at a later date, but this is basically the area that we must tell SPSS what to run. We just can't put things out there and say, okay, run age. Well, what is age? Age is a number. Gender, there is multiple genders, male and female. It's called a dichotomous variable. Within this, you have gender, and it's male and female. Well, in this area, we are telling what the 1 and the 2 equal, and we'll go into that into detail later. So you have the data view and the variable view. We're back in the data view now, and it's really important for you to, it also works in the variable view. It also works when you deal with output. There is a top bar here that goes from file all the way to help. Okay? Later ones we'll go over some of the things that are in this top bar, but right now what we're looking at is from file to help. We're only going to talk about a few of them. File file, this is where you can make a new one, open a data or an output file. You can save here, you can save as, you can print, you can grab stuff that you've already used, recently used. Okay, edit, we can undo. Then we go over to analyze, and this is where we will do most of our work during the semester. Will be descriptive statistics, frequencies, descriptives, crosstabs, compare means, one sample t-test, independent sample t-test, paired sample t-test, and one-way ANOVA. We will then do correlate, bivariate. We will then also go to the graphs, and when we will then build scatter plots. That is basically everything that you need to know.